Hello and welcome to more of an Anden's opinion. Whoa, I just went completely Swedish, what the fuck? Hello and welcome to Anden's Opinion Corner! Today, I am going to be talking about the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Mostly, how connected is it really? I saw an image today of the guy playing Crossbones in Civil War, Hemsworth who plays Thor, and then, Daisy Johnson who played... Daisy Johnson, that's her character name. What the hell is her actual name? Shit. Quake. Daisy Johnson. I saw an image of Crossbones, Thor, and Daisy Johnson. And that really made me think about these movies and shows and how Marvel Studios claim that all of this is connected and blah blah blah. And sure, there are a lot of references. Like, obviously, these things are connected. They have made too many references for it not to be. In Jessica Jones, she mentions the incident. Everybody mentions the incident. Even in Daredevil, like, the whole reason as to why the plot of Daredevil is even happening is because of the first Avengers movie. So sure, the TV shows and the movies, they are connected. But I feel like they could be a bit more connected. And this is me as a fan. I know, like, story-wise, you want to have your own stories. You don't want to have to, like, depend on the movies that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had to do. And you want to have, like, your cool own stories. Like, a lot of the creators of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they say all the time, like, oh, we could have stuff like that, but we want the show to stand on its own. Which is fine, but I want more. I want Jessica Jones to show up in Season 2 of Daredevil. I don't think that should be that hard, like, come on. But what I want most is a TV or Netflix character showing up in the movies. Hopefully, they're gonna show up in Infinity War, but I feel like, especially now in Civil War, in Captain America Civil War, I want Coulson to show up so much. I want Coulson to be there. Is Coulson gonna be there? No, he's not gonna be. I'm gonna tell you right now, here's my prediction. None of the TV characters are gonna be in Civil War. That's probably how it's gonna be. Do I want it? Do I desperately want Coulson to be in Civil War? Abso-fucking-lutely. He doesn't even have to be there physically. It could just be Maria Hill, like, talking with him over the phone and saying, like, Coulson, blah 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 blah. And Cap could look to the side, and then Maria Hill could be like, oh, secrets. It could just be something like that. I'm still a bit pissed the fact that in Avengers 2, the big giant helicarrier that comes out of nowhere, it's thanks to Coulson that helicarrier exists. In fact, Coulson is the reason as to why Avengers even get Loki's scepter in the snow in the first place. If you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you would get that, but if you watch the movies, you don't get that. But what makes me a bit angry about that helicarrier scene in Avengers 2 is the fact that when they cut inside, that none of the TV characters are there. The scared guy running like computers in Captain America 2 has a gun pointed to his head. He's there, but why couldn't he be replaced by Fitz or Simmons or just someone? If you don't watch the show, you would have no idea who Fitz or Simmons or any of these characters were. You would just treat that random person as the random person who was sitting there. And imagine for us people who do watch the show and see that that's Fitz, like, oh, holy fuck, that's Fitz? Oh my god! Of course, there are so many issues when it comes to all of this. Like, you would think they could just, like, send in an actor for, like, 5 minutes and then, he's out. That's not how it goes. I mean, Civil War was done shooting, like, a year ago. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are just now gonna shoot the tie-ins for Civil War. So it's pretty impossible, simply because the show creators, they don't know what's gonna happen in the movie until, like, now. So, yeah, it's hard. And that's why Coulson is not gonna be in the movies. I just want a bit more continuity and connectivity, because you know that in Civil War is not gonna mention anything about Inhumans or alien terrorists. In Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Inhumans are popping up all over the world, and the news are calling them alien terrorists. It's all over the news. The movies are not gonna bring that up. The fact that people are suddenly gaining powers. Couldn't you just have, like, one shot at a TV, just like, alien blah blah blah, and that would be completely fine. That's all I want, just like one sentence. Based on the latest promo for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the fucking President of the United States is going to meet with Coulson. And that's continuity completely, because that's the same president from Iron Man 3. But the fact that the president is mentioning alien blah blah blah, and it's not gonna be mentioned in the movie. So, like, it feels like everything from the movies are completely connected to the show, but everything in the show has nothing to do with the movies. Because every single time in Daredevil and Jessica Jones, when they cut to the skyline of New York City, you never see Avengers Tower at all. It's like, it's not even there. Yet in the promo art and everything, it's always there. It's always present, like, look at this, it's all connected, look at the poster, there's Avengers Tower. But then when you watch the actual show, Nothing. How does no one in Avengers know that Coulson is alive? If the President of the United States knows that Coulson is alive, it feels like everyone knows that Coulson's alive, except for the actual Avengers, which is bullshit. I just want to see Cap's and Iron Man's reaction to the fact that Coulson is still alive, and I don't think we're ever gonna get that. And then we have Agent Carter, which feels completely connected to the cinematic universe, and that's mostly because it's set in the 40s. They don't have to make references to the Avengers movies and stuff, but you still feel like it's connected because it stars a character from the movies, like Peggy Carter, who is amazing. I'm just bitter because I want a TV character to show up in the movies. I get that a lot of it has to do with budget, the fact that all of these movie actors are so expensive, but I mean, come on, why can't Chris Hemsworth just show up for like 5 minutes? If Sif can do it for 2 full episodes, the only character that's really VFX heavy is Hulk. You don't have to have Hulk there. You can have Hawkeye, you can have Black Widow, you can have Robert Downey Jr. is probably gonna be like fucking like that would be like the entire 2 seasons of budget just to have him in for like a minute. Spoilers for the latest episode of Agent Carter, which is not episode 10, you know, episode 9. She has a dream sequence where it's a bit of like, oh, who do I love, blah blah blah, there's a guy, and I got actually a bit angry while watching it because she has a dream, all characters from her past, her dead brother is there and everything, but Steve is not there. Captain America is not there. I get that the whole point of season 1 is the fact that she is able to move on from Steve Rogers, but the fact that they missed such a great opportunity to have Captain America there. He didn't have to be in his Captain America uniform. It could have just been Steve Rogers there for like maybe 2 seconds. Why the fuck isn't Steve there? It's just because I love Steve and Peggy so much. If Peggy can be in Steve's dream sequences in Avengers 2, why can't he be in her dream sequences? And I was genuinely looking like, where is he? Come on, show him. And then they didn't do it. I was just like, God damn it. I'm sorry. This is all a bunch of just nagging bullshit. But hey, it's an opinion. It's what I want. I want more connectivity. Can't wait for everything though. It's gonna be pretty good. Oh, Civil War is gonna be, oh my god, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. They're gonna build the Secret Warriors. I just wish that some things connected a bit more. Especially for me, a guy who watches everything. I just want like a huge payoff of having to watch everything, which hopefully we're gonna get in Infinity War, but I'm afraid the Marvel Studios is not gonna do that for Infinity War just because like, oh, but the people won't know who these characters are. We can't just have them randomly show up. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All of us who watched everything, we need this. We need to have everything. We need to have like this big final. We need to have like a shot of New York, all the street level characters, all the Defenders, all the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. people, Spider-Man. They're there saving people in New York, just like this huge camera swing throughout the city of New York. And then the camera zooms up to the sky. And then we have all the God characters from Avengers and everything. They're fighting Thanos. Could you imagine how fucking epic that would be? If just like a zoom in all the characters up, even more characters, Guardians of the Galaxy. What the fuck? That's what I want. All you have to do is like all the actors on like a huge green screen with Captain America in the middle, just like assemble. That could be like the entire trailer, and everybody would just like, I'm gonna go now, and hopefully this was somewhat interesting. I don't know. It's a rant video. Who cares? Ugh, I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.